Hello again, Year 6. So today we are going to be looking at and reminding ourselves about adverbs. We're going to be looking at what an adverb is and what its purpose is in a sentence. So first of all, just have a think to yourself, remind yourself, what is an adverb? So an adverb describes a verb. So for example, in the sentence, the children ran quickly out of school, the first thing that I'm going to do is identify my verb. So remember, a verb is an action, it's a doing word. So in this sentence, the verb is ran because it's the thing that is being done, it is the action. Okay, so once I have identified my verb, I can then identify my adverb because remember, the adverb describes the verb. So we're going to describe how the running is being done. So if I look at the rest of my sentence, so the children ran quickly out of school. The adverb there that is describing how the running is being done is quickly because they are describing how the children are running out of school. So they are running quickly out of school. They could have also been running slowly out of school. They could have been running speedily out of school. So today we're going to be looking at adverbs which describe how something is being done. So a quick tip, these adverbs generally end in ly. So for example, we've got bravely, gently, calmly and quickly. If you have a look at all of those words, can you see that on the end of all of those words is ly? This is how we can identify some adverbs, but be careful, not all adverbs end in ly, but the ones that we are looking at today generally will do. So have a look at these two sentences below. Have a think about how the adverb nervously changes the meaning. So we've got the man crept through the woods and the man nervously crept through the woods. What does adding the adverb nervously do to that sentence? So adding nervously into that sentence explains how the man is creeping. So the verb in the sentence is crept, okay, because that's the action. The man is creeping, that's what he's doing. Okay, so we're going to describe how he is creeping. So he's creeping nervously. So it's giving us a little bit more detail, isn't it? It's giving us a bit of information about how he is feeling. Just to recap, an adverb describes a verb. So we have looked today at adverbs that describe how something is done. These adverbs generally end in ly and are used to give more detail to the sentence. Now let's have a go ourselves. So what I would like you to do now, I would like you to identify the following, the adverb in the following sentences. So in a few minutes, I'd like you to pause the video and have a go at identifying the adverb. So what I would do, I would get my piece of paper and I would write 1 to 4 down the side and I would just write the adverb. So the sentences we've got, the boy waved weakly from his hospital bed, the girl stared hungrily at the sandwich, the girl glided gracefully across the ice, and they ran safely to the other side of the road. Now, if you have a look, I have highlighted some of the words in blue. So these words are your verbs, okay? So these are your actions. These are the things that the adverbs are going to be describing, okay? So that's a big clue as to where the adverbs are in your sentence. So pause the video now and have a go. Okay, let's have a look at the answers then. So your adverb in the first sentence is weakly. Your second sentence is hungrily. Then we've got gracefully and safely. So these adverbs are all describing how the verb is being done. Have a look at your answers. Well done if you got them correct. Let's have a go at another task. So can you add an appropriate adverb in the below sentences? So can you add an adverb that makes sense in the sentences below? So we've got Lisa and her dog walked through the park. Karen and her son put the new plants outside. And Tom won the race, so he cried. Now, if we have a look over at the right-hand side over here, I have given you some example adverbs. So these are the adverbs that I would like you to use. I would like you to place the most appropriate adverb in each of those sentences. So we've got cheerfully, cautiously, slowly, carefully, joyfully, and briskly. So like before, what I would do, I would write 1 to 3 down the side of my paper, and I would then just write the adverb that I'm going to put into each of my sentences. If you would like an extra challenge, some of these adverbs might fit in more than one place. Okay, more than one adverb might fit into each sentence. So if you can find 2 adverbs, for example, that fit into one sentence, write them both down. Pause the video now and have a go. Okay, let's have a look at the answers then. So you could have had Lisa and her dog walked slowly through the park. You could have had Lisa and her dog walked cautiously through the park, or Lisa and her dog walked briskly through the park. So then the next one, you could have had Karen and her son cautiously put the new plants outside, or you could have had Karen and her son carefully put the new plants outside. Then for the last one, you could have had Tom won the race, so he cried cheerfully, or Tom won the race, so he cried joyfully. Compare my answers with yours. Well done if you got them correct. Okay, so for your last task, what I would like you to do is I would like you to write me 5 sentences about this picture here using the adverbs that we have looked at today. Okay, so you've got some adverbs now written down on your piece of paper. So I would maybe try and use those adverbs in your sentences. So I have done some examples for you just so that we know what we are looking for. So you could do something like, the astronaut glided slowly through space. So my verb there is glided because that is the action, and I've described how he's doing it by using my adverb slowly. Another one you could have is the flag waved calmly in the breeze. So waved is my verb because that is the action, that's what the flag is doing. And then calmly is describing how the flag is waving. It's describing how the verb is doing it. You could have had the rocket soared energetically through the sky. So the verb there is soared because that's what the rocket is doing, that's the action. And energetically is describing how the verb is being done. And the last one that I've thought of is the planet spun fiercely round and round. So your verb there is spun because that's what the planet is doing, it's the action. And fiercely is describing how the planet is spinning. So what I would like you to do now then is have a go at writing me 5 sentences of your own about this picture. Good luck.